wake up this morning and decide it's cold enough that Christmas must be in the air, or Thanksgiving must be in the air, or the turkey may be about ready to jump in the oven, it is holiday time. And holiday time for a lot of people is a very, very happy time. Some people it's a very stressful time. Some people it's a very, very lonely time. And so today we have a little something for everybody. We're going to tell you, if you like to jump in your car and you like to run up to Hiwassee, which is absolutely beautiful, beginning Thanksgiving night. The Christmas lights start at the Georgia Mountain Fair. This year they have a new train, which is going to be really cool. And I think that the kids get to ride the train. I don't know if the adults do or not, but the kids get to. And so it just adds one more thing for people to enjoy, not very far from these mountains that we love so much. So remember, the Georgia Mountain Fair is going to start Thanksgiving Eve. You can go to Granny's, you can go to Mama's, you can go to your in-laws, you can go to your outlaws. And you can have your Thanksgiving dinner, and then everybody pile in the car and everybody go up to Hiwassee and go through the lights. They have hundreds of thousands of lights. I can't remember how many years ago they started that, but they do something there year round. And we always talk about the concerts, we talk about the fall festival, we talk about the summertime. There's so much going on at the Georgia Mountain Fair, and now it truly is year-round because they're covering the Christmas time. And if you haven't been there, if you haven't had a chance, and you might go early and stop at one of those amazing country cooking places up there and eat as you go, you might not want to cook. There's somebody that's going to be open on Thanksgiving. There always is somebody, so check. You might decide you just don't want to mess up the kitchen, you don't want to cook. Most folks enjoy that, and most folks kind of plan to do it year after year. But every once in a while you think, nah, I think I'll go let somebody else clean up the mess, and I will just enjoy the day. I hope that y'all have something planned with the folks you love. I hope that you have something very special in mind. And if you live alone, I hope that somebody will contact you and maybe bring you a plate, take you with them. Let's try to reach out and make sure that nobody is alone for the holidays. It's a very, very hard time for some people, and every single holiday, another family loses a family member. Every single holiday, somebody is left behind. Every single holiday, there's a new widow or there's a new widower. It's very, very hard, and the holidays are that time that we have to find something to smile about. Ball ground always gives you something to smile about. We have the best Christmas parade. I know Jasper has a parade. I know lots of other folks have parades. Canton has a parade. But I swear, I believe Ball Grounds is just the best. And today we're going to share a little bit of that with y'all, so you'll get to see the Ball Ground parade. I also want to invite each and every one of you to come down to Ball Ground, because we're going to be on the corner of Old Dawsonville and 372 in the Roberts building. I'm going to be down there. We decorated it with Coca-Cola stuff, and Dr. Z put us a big old huge tree up, and so we've got a big tree, and we're going to have refreshments, and you'll get you in out of the wind and the cold, and we hope that you will stop by. I would love to see so many of our viewers. It would be really cool if y'all will come by. And then our office is always going to be open. We've been doing this for 8 or 9 years, and some of our agents will be in our office, and they will be offering refreshments too. And it always works out perfectly, you know, because we're right there on the parade route. I hope that you will come to Ball Ground. My favorite part of the parade truly is Christmas Pete. We all love Santa. We love Mrs. Claus. They bring up the end of the parade. But when Christmas Pete starts down the road, kids just go crazy. I don't know who dreamed that up, but that has got to be the prettiest Peterbilt you have ever seen in your life. So we want to invite you down to Ball Ground. And again, this is a free event, but if you can, this is to bring awareness to children who won't have Christmas. And so we collect unwrapped new toys for the Toys for Tots, the Marines Drive. And you know how we feel about the Marines and our veterans. So if you can, if you come to the parade, if you could just bring an unwrapped new Christmas gift, that would be awesome. It would be nice to see all of the bins filled with toys as the parade ends that night. Some years you can tell that we didn't have much in there because people have been hurting for a few years, and I hope that this year everybody can say, hey, we're on a better track, we're on a better road if we can just slow down that administration in the White House and tell him to quit writing checks to foreign countries, and you know what I'm talking about. So now this is my favorite thing. I want to make a t-shirt with this map. And I want to take that blue line on California and I want to just slice it off and send it out in the ocean to Hawaii, because Hawaii voted blue too. So if we take that edge off of California, you see how much of California voted red? Well, that little blue line is just kind of it's a disaster waiting to happen. So we need to just slice that off and send it and put it with Hawaii, and it would make Hawaii a bigger state, and we can just give them all to each other. And then we'll just keep it the way it is. Because it looks to me like we're getting red, and I'm kind of liking that because it also means we're getting conservative. Speaking of conservative, there's my hero. He is super conservative. He is building the greatest team I think we have ever had in American history as far as an administration and people going to work to do what needs to be done in America. And I'm so very, very, very excited about that. I think it's going to be amazing to see the slice and dicing and getting rid of waste in government. You know, if we all do that in our budget, we might be living a little bit differently. But it is crazy. So again, he's going to have a small position. They're going to give him a hard time, but he's going to make it because he has constructed a very, very solid team to go in there and let's get it done. And I think it's time. I think America's ready for it. So it's exciting. And I was listening to Dr. Jordan Peterson last night, and he has a book that I think we all need to read. It's called We Who Wrestle with God. Well, I think that the wrestling match had God on Trump's side, because no other reason would all these things have happened without him being assassinated. Without it was just crazy. You know, he was a minuscule away from dying, and instead he won the election. So look at that. But if you are looking for a gift to buy somebody, I think this would be a great, great gift. And Dr. Peterson is one amazing dude, and I think that you would enjoy this book yourself and then share it with somebody else. But that's what we need to do now. If you are in Ball Ground or anywhere else right close by and you need your windows painted, that beautiful young lady, that's Evelyn's daughter, paints windows. And she did the window that we decorated with Coca-Cola collectibles in Ball Ground. And Miss Kayla would love to decorate your windows, so pick up the phone and call me and I'll get you in touch with her. And she'd love to do that. She loves to paint. She's very artsy. She loves animals. Oh my gosh, she loves animals. She's a animal artistic girl. She's something else. So if you would like to have your windows painted, just get in touch with me and we can hook you up with her. She did a Grinch on our office picture. I don't know why we got a Grinch. I don't know if we're Grinches or not, but I thought it was pretty cool. And so yeah, it was really cool to put the Coca-Cola stuff together and to see Kayla do her magic. So I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I don't love the idea that, you know, on one parade it was 23 degrees and it was pretty miserable. I like the parades that are about in the 50s. If they're in the 50s, it's fun. And there's Miss Evelyn, as she's out there helping her daughter paint it too. So it turned out really pretty. Now, I want to tell y'all, and I was going to have the date, and I swear I don't have it on there. I think it's this coming Sunday or the next Sunday. I'll find out and I'll post it on my Facebook page. Lonnie and Donnie, you know they give back. These boys give back, give back, give back to the community. And Donnie is going to be doing a catfish cook at Lee Newton Park. And I cannot remember what day, so I'll look that up in just a minute. But he just said, I'm going to cook until we don't have any more food to give away, and y'all just come eat for free. And I said, are you crazy? But he loves doing that, and they catch all this catfish, and he said, well, we might as well put it to good use. And so he loves to cook, he loves to share, he loves to do for others. And so Donnie Fountain is going to be doing a meal that you and your family can come and enjoy, and it's just free. He just does a fish plate. I think they do fish plates and slaw. Now I want you to look at that. And then I want you to look at her granny. And that is Xana at the same age that the picture has of Dawn. And I swear, Xana's much bigger than Dawn was, but look at that. Do they not look alike? Holy cow. Xana is a little bit more stubborn than Dawn was. She's a little bit more bossy than Dawn was, but she is so loving. And if she meets you, she will just hug you and kiss you, and she will just talk to you, and she will just become your best buddies. So it's so weird to me that 47 years between them, and look at how much they look alike. It's crazy. Now, Nanny gave her a lecture about putting her foot on the table. It didn't do any good. She put her foot right back up there. So Nanny, I didn't pop her foot or nothing. I just kept saying, Xana, your foot doesn't belong on the table. And she looked at me like, what are you talking about? She's just a little stubborn. I don't know where she gets it. I have no idea. But that girl is something else. And boy, you talk about growing. She's growing like a weed. Now this is what Tori walked into. She went to work for Fox 19 in Cincinnati, Ohio. So she is no longer an Alaska girl. And I think it's going to be a very strange deal for her, because the scenery in Cincinnati is not quite like it was in Alaska, but she is enjoying it. She has a place on the river. I think it's going to be amazing to have her 6.5 hours from home. That's a big deal, guys, because she's been in Alaska a long, long time, and it's been really tough to not have her around. So that's going to be really neat. Now, this is my favorite thing, because you know how all the movie stars said they were going to leave, they were going to do this, they were going to do that. Only one of them is left. Only one of them. That was Ellen DeGeneres, and she probably had a vacation planned anyway. So, you know, they say they're going to do this, they say they're going to do that. Just mouthy, just being mouthy, but none of them left except Ellen, and she probably, like I said, probably had a trip already planned, but I thought that was funny. That's pretty cool, and that was shared from one of my cousins up in Ohio, so that was pretty awesome. Now, this is another window that Miss Kayla painted, so if you have an idea for your window and you have a business down in Ball Ground especially, pick up the phone and call me, and I'll get you in touch with Kayla. And she can do the window like you want. And she's really talented. And this is the cutest little place that we have for sale. It is truly in downtown Ball Ground. You can walk to the concerts, you can walk to the restaurants, you can walk to the park, you can walk to work. If you work in downtown Ball Ground, you can walk just anywhere you want to go, to the post office, to City Hall. It's just an amazing, cute cottage home. And you can pick up the phone and call us, and we'd love to sell it to you. So. Now this was yesterday afternoon's sky in West Pickens and Gilmer County. And there's something about the sunsets. Y'all have a monopoly. This is before the sun started setting, and we were looking at some property, and I saw the clouds, and they were so beautiful, and I thought, you know, God does amazing things for us, doesn't he? Just absolutely, almost every day we can look out and see something about a cloud, about the sky, about the sun, about the moon. And we know that he's in charge. And I think that's important, that if you aren't sure who created all this beauty, maybe you should read Dr. Jordan Peterson's book, and you won't have a problem figuring it out. But isn't that sky just absolutely gorgeous? Now that is facing west, that is facing Pickens at the Gilmer County line. And that's just gorgeous. And that's just on a normal afternoon. Just, that's what we get. He just sends us this beauty. So. And don't forget, there are going to be events in Ellijay, there are going to be events in Ball Ground, there are going to be events in Blue Ridge, there are going to be events everywhere. So get out and make sure that you find Santa and you get your pictures made, or get out and make sure that you make a donation to Toys for Tots, or you get out and you make sure that possibly you go to a nursing home and take some goodies for the residents there. There's always a way to give back over the holidays. And I think that's what the holidays should be about. It shouldn't be about buying all the stuff that we really don't need, and half of it will get taken back. We ought to be giving for somebody who really needs something. And I think maybe this year ought to be the year that we start doing that. So let's do it. And that is our new billboard. And thank you, Eric Reinhardt. Thank you. He did a great job in a short amount of time, because I always put everybody on tight deadlines, and my crew can attest to that. So. That's just the way I roll. So, But yeah, he did that last night, and that's going to be our new billboard. So yay, we got a new house ready, and I love that. I love that. Now we're going to share something with y'all. It's kind of weird because the Georgia Mountain Fair, when they first started doing these lights, it was one of those things. They started with a little, and they added and they added and they added. And this year they were gifted a train, and it's a $68,000 train. I don't know what you get for $68,000. I bet y'all will go up there and find out for me. But I want you to make plans to go to the Georgia Mountain Fair and spend some time, go with your family, enjoy the lights, enjoy the beautiful scenery at Lake Chateau, and just relax, just relax. Just enjoy those beautiful mountains. So we're going to share some stuff today that was one of those things. The parade and ball ground brings such joy and such happiness and so much laughter for children. And in the last couple of years, our Santa had not been feeling well, and last year it brought a lot of prayer. And Santa was good, and he was in the parade, and that was really, really cool. And so last year was the most, probably the year that there was more peace, more love, and more happiness at the parade than there'd ever been before, because everybody was waiting and hoping that Santa would make it, and he did. He did. So we're going to share a little bit of that parade with you, and then I'll be back.
Mountain Country Christmas and Lights, a spectacular and magical holiday light show. Christmas music, arts and crafts, holiday food, and pictures with Santa. Open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from November 28th through December 7th. Open every night from December 12th through the 23rd. Closed Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Admission $9 per person. Kids 12 and under in free. Call 706-896-4191 or visit GeorgiaMountainFairgrounds.com for tickets and more info. Sponsored by Towns County Convention and Visitors Bureau at the Georgia Mountain Fairgrounds in Hiawassee.
Whether you're in the mood for chicken strips, a delicious burger, our classic banana split, or an upside-down thick blizzard treat, we've got you covered. Hot and fresh food every day, every time, and delicious DQ soft serve make the perfect pair at your favorite place. Not fast food, fan food fast. Your Blue Ridge, Ellijay, and Jasper Dairy Queens are your meet, eat, and treat headquarters.
Thank you for choosing DQ. How may I serve you?
Elmer loves to giggle. Elmer's mommy taught him that laughing can help when you have a big feeling, like when you feel happy. Make sure to celebrate when you're happy and laugh it out. Love your mind.
He's loose. He's across the 40 to the 50. It's a foot race to the end zone.
Keep it. He's got a little bit of running room. Hops over a defender, picks up the first down.
There he goes up the middle. He'll be cut down at the 20.
Is into the end zone for a Fannin Rebel score.
Catches it in stride. He'll go to the end zone.
Breaks the tackle. Touchdown.
See us anytime you can.
Whether you're swimming in the sea or splashing in the pool, making a masterpiece, or just making memories, writing a great American novel, or writing your term paper that's due tomorrow. Whatever you do in life, Farmers is here to protect it. For all your insurance needs, call Donald Curtis in Blue Ridge.
Y'all, Y'all, Christmas is all about the children, the happiness, the families, the memories. Bill, so many memories with your children. You raised a house full of kids.
4 of them. Yeah.
Santa was an important part of Christmas, although the Lord was more important at your house.
Always.
Always. Santa is a big part of many of our children's lives, and after the 50th year anniversary parade was being planned for Ball Ground, we got some bad news that our precious great Santa and Mrs. Claus were facing a little bit of health issue, but his goal was to reach the 50th parade, and he made it. He did it. I don't know if you got to be there this year, but it was rainy, it was dreary, but the mood is the best it's ever been. So to everybody who came out to the parade, thank you for standing the misting rain, and thank you for standing the cold temperatures. Thank you for being there for our Santa. As a member of the Santa Hall of Fame, he joins a lot of amazing people. Do you remember the first Coca-Cola Santa and how everybody remembers that calendar? And
rosy cheeks.
Rosy cheeks, just an amazing Santa. That's what our Santa is. And our Santa still has some rosy cheeks, but because of the health issues, he had been the Santa for the state of Georgia for the governor's mansion for many, many years.
Wow.
And the children had been greeting him for years, and so many people have so many amazing memories of him. And that's what we want to ask you to keep close to your heart right now, and to add Santa and Mrs. Claus to your prayer list, because when nothing else matters, prayer can get you through something. Always. Always. Yeah.
I agree.
As 2024 approaches, do something for somebody else. You've always done things for other people.
Well, it's a blessing to do it. I mean,
it is.
You give and you get back. You give, you get back. Not that you want to get back, but giving is much more pleasurable than receiving.
Right, I know.
It just is.
One of the things you give from your heart, you love going to Harbor Ministries.
Mm-hmm.
Such a sweet, small church up in the McKaysville area, and that's what ETC's viewers are made out of. It's local people sitting at home, having a cup of coffee with us every day, and just finding out about the community, whether it be the newcomers or the old timers.
Old timers.
The old timers. Yeah, I'm the old timer. Well, we look forward to 2024, and I want to ask y'all to all please say a prayer for Santa and Mrs. Claus that next year, which will be the 51st parade of Ball Ground, that they will once again be there and be enjoying the crowds and the laughter and the children, because that's what it's all about. You know, when baby Jesus was born, we've got examples of that. There's something about that manger scene. If you take your children to church and they see baby Jesus in that little manger, he started with nothing, but you know what he ended up with?
All of us.
Everything. He had it all. He had it all. And it is up
Still
to
does.
us.
Yeah,
it is up to us to keep the memory of baby Jesus alive. So remember that he is truly the reason for the season. Santa is just a big part of why we love sharing and we love giving, and I want to ask y'all once again to please pray for Santa and Mrs. Claus. Have you got a Christmas message for folks?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to everybody.
Simple.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas from downtown Ball Ground. Evelyn and I would like to invite you to our VPR office.
Yes, we have cookies, donuts, hot cocoa, and bracelets.
That's right. And every parade, we open our office and we welcome you to come in and get to know the tiny community where we live, actually walking distance to this location, which is pretty cool. That's about the coolest job in the world. But our job is not just in real estate. Our job is getting to know the community, volunteering, finding the amazing people who have located here from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm volunteering today.
You're volunteering. She's a volunteer extraordinaire. I'm the cooker extraordinaire. I love cooking, I love people eating, and I love inviting you to come and visit our tiny town. Or as the mayor says, Sherry, it's not a town, it's a city. It's a city. So Mayor Rick, yes, you're right, it is a city. We love the city where we live. We hope that you will come and get to know this. This city is so amazing because from downtown Ball Ground, you can walk to the park, you can walk to the pond, you can walk to a 50-acre walking trail, which is absolutely amazing, and the view from the ridge at Farmers Crossing is absolutely gorgeous. The mountains are calling and they're closer than you think. Today's parade is going to feature our beloved Santa Claus. He is a member of the Hall of Fame. He is absolutely amazing. His wife, I can't even explain how much they've given over the years.
And this year is going to be the 50th year of him being Santa Claus. And so we just here honoring him.
Honoring him.
Even in the rain.
Even in the rain. And that's what, you know, don't let bad weather stop you from doing something you really want to do. Get out and do it anyway. Get out and get to know all the people around you. And if you're sitting at home and you're able to help somebody else, make it a giving holiday. Give to somebody else, and it will really truly bless your heart. This is my buddy who is the dog lover. She's like the dog whisperer, aren't she? Yeah, she rescues animals all the time. But there's something we can do. Every single one of us has the ability to give. I give cooking. That's kind of my gift. That's my gift for giving, and I don't have to wrap it. I just put it in a casserole dish and show up with it. So we want you to sit back now and enjoy the Ball Ground Parade. This is the 50th year, and we honor Santa and Mrs. Claus and all the many volunteers who make this parade happen. And it is brought to you by our brokers, VPR Realty, and us. And we are the local real estate team. We are here all the time. And she is Santa's favorite realtor. What about me, Santa? I'm your cook. Come on, give me a little credit. No. But truly, sit down, enjoy the parade, and I hope that you will have a blessed holiday with your family. Bye. Next break, y'all come back. I may be sitting here building a fire. It is cold today. My fingers are cold. My hands are cold. It's cold. And watching that parade just made me colder because I remember that dreary, miserable rain. But you saw everybody having a good time. We did not let the rain dampen anybody's spirits, and it was just a wonderful, wonderful night. And that's why we open our office, to let people come in from the cold, to have some hot chocolate, to have some cider. And again, this year, we will have the Roberts building open. Thankful to Dr. Z. I'm so thankful for that offer to get to use that. It's going to be really cool. And then we will have our office open. So if it's cold, if it's miserable, if it's rainy, you know you have somewhere you can get in out of the weather. So I was thinking about Xana and how independent she is and how different this Christmas will be for her, because this is the Christmas she'll probably get it together and understand what is going on. Last year we took her to see Santa at Andy Hartman's office, and she was just in awe of Santa. She just looked up and she just, stared at him and smiled. This year, I don't know. I don't know how it's going to go. So I hope that Santa's a very patient, very kind, very good guy, because it may take it with Santa. But you know, we teach our children to think for themselves. And I think that's one of the most important things we can give as parents, to teach them, but to teach them to think for themselves. And it is so crazy because she is a combination of multiple personalities. She's like a little bit of Dawn, a little bit of me, a little bit of Ansley. And I wish she was a whole lot more like Ansley, because Ansley's cool, calm, and collected, unlike Dawn and I, who might blow a gasket every once in a while. But we're going to take you now to something. You talk about some talent. You think about Mayberry. Mayberry was on the air, continues to be on the air, has been on the air forever. There's nobody who hasn't sat down with their family and watched the Andy Griffith Show. There's nobody who doesn't remember the episode with Aunt Bee and those gosh-awful pickles she made. There's nobody who doesn't remember seeing Opie with that fishing pole as they opened that program. There's something about going back to Mayberry. There's something about going back to a small town, and we are so blessed to serve so many amazing small towns. If you have not made a trip to Mayberry, I'm going to throw a little thought out for you. The Christmas holidays will be here. Your family will be there. You'll visit a little bit, and then you'll have some downtime. Why don't you take that downtime and take a trip up to Mayberry and just see the little city where the story came from there. It didn't last there long because they actually went to Hollywood and did it there, which is kind of sad to me. But I think you need to go and visit Mayberry. So we're going to take you now on a short trip through some of our Mayberry experiences. And we also went to a place where they grew tobacco. And as a non-smoker and allergic to smoke and get a raging headache when I'm around it, being around this tobacco was really weird because it was absolutely beautiful. So if you have not been to North Carolina lately, we know that they have gone through so much, and they have struggled and suffered, and still people are living in tents. But the area of Carolina where Mount Airy is not harmed, and it's okay. So you could go and visit that, and I think that maybe it'll just take you back in time and you'll remember those kinder, easier times in America. So here we go. Let's go back to Mayberry.
Ready for market.
Okay, ready to market. Yeah. Okay, and you told me out 100 acres and it's $1.75 for what?
$1.75 per pound.
Per pound?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let me ask you something, because there's a lot of issues about the nicotine is added to it in the process. Okay. But if you smoke this, if you dried this, rolled it up, smoked it, it wouldn't have the same addiction, would it?
Yeah, it's got nicotine in it. Yeah,
Okay.
it's strong stuff.
Okay.
I couldn't smoke without milk.
Okay. Okay. And is there a certain type of tobacco?
It's blue pure tobacco.
How do you spell it?
Blue pure dash pure.
And what's the name of your farm?
Badger Farms.
Okay. And how many years y'all been doing this?
Doing this for probably 40 years.
And is it a family-run farm? How many family members? I can smell it. And the heat.
Yeah.
Wow. What kind of heat do you use to dry?
Propane.
Propane. Okay. So basically, you take it green like we just saw it in the field, and you hang it. Is that right? And how long does it hang?
About 8 days.
8 days. Okay. And after 8 days, it becomes that beautiful gold. That is so pretty. And that's money. That's money.
That's money.
Is that gold to you? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And 100 acres will produce how many pounds?
About 250,000.
250,000 pounds. Okay. What dictates good crop, bad crop? The weather?
The weather. Weather's in charge of everything.
How was the weather this year?
Weather was good to start with. That's good right now. Right in the middle, it got dry.
Wow. Did that make a difference?
It knocked our yield back probably a couple hundred pounds.
Really?
Yeah.
And a couple $100 means a couple $100.
Oh,
A
yeah.
whole lot of dollars. Yeah, yeah. Now, let's talk about the time frame. You plant and then you gather. What's the time frame?
Well, we're in the old belt, they call region.
Uh-huh.
So our time frame is from the last of April till right now.
Okay. So we hit a perfect timing. It couldn't have been any better than this.
Yeah, we're going to be in our last week, next week of harvest. We should be doing that.
Okay. What do you do when you're not harvesting tobacco?
We're not harvesting, getting ready to harvest, plowing, cultivating, growing it out, growing the crop out.
Right. Do you farm anything else or is it just tobacco?
Soybeans.
Okay. And what about a market for soybeans now? Is there a huge market for it today?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all over the world.
You know, 30 years nobody knew what a soybean was. And today it's in everything. If you read the ingredients on different things in the store, you're eating something with soybeans.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
The soybeans used in plastics, making car parts, everything.
Isn't that something? Yeah. Wow. Wow. And out of 100 acres here, I'm going to ask you a loaded question. What are the taxes on 100 acres in North Carolina? Because we're from Georgia, and our taxes are very high.
Taxes on a pack of cigarettes you're talking
No,
about?
the taxes on your property. Are your property taxes here low?
No, they actually go up a little every year just because of the bad economic situation. The county's got to pretty smooth.
Right.
So really, anybody...
Millage rate?
What?
Does the millage rate dictate how much they charge you? Like it does where we are. If the millage rate goes up, then we're going to get socked with a new tax bill.
Yeah, they factor it all in. But it's the main thing, if you're a landowner around here, you're going to pay high taxes. So if you're renting, you ain't got to worry about nothing.
So sometimes that's a better plan.
Yes, it just depends on your situation.
Yeah, yeah. And 100 acres here, been farmed for 40 years. Do you see it staying a farm with the economic times? Do you hope that it'll be a farm the rest of your life and maybe the next generation?
I'm hoping maybe another generation can do it. Right now, the tobacco industry is very uncertain. We contract from year to year. That's not good if you're really trying to plan ahead. And so I don't have a lot of faith in it right now.
Wow, wow.
This year, it's turned out pretty good. Last year was bad. If we could get like a 10-year contract with the company, but that's not happening. So
Year-to-year contract?
that's what we've been doing.
That'd be tough to plan.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Wow, wow. Do you have family involved in this? Do you have children, mom, dad, anybody else involved in the business?
I farm with my uncle, and then we've got cousins, employees. I'd love for my little boy to do it, but he's 10 years old. I don't really see it happening for him.
Wow.
Maybe it will. It just depends on a lot of different factors.
Wow. Well, I'm so glad we stopped to talk to you. Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you very much. And this is interesting because I'd never seen it grown. Never. And they said there's tobacco being harvested.
You're from the South.
Yeah.
That's hard for me to believe.
I'm also a non-smoker.
I wouldn't say that on camera.
Oh, thanks a lot.
The dried product.
Wow. That's something. 8 days.
8 days.
8 days.
Nothing here that's gonna make me even shed a tear. You're welcome to the whole darn lot, including this cowboy here. Give me what the hat's worth. The cowboy's yours for free. Now come on, ladies, what am I bid? The Stetson's gotta be one of a kind, genuine. Straight from the factory, just give me what the hat's worth. The cowboy's yours for free. There's something about a Stetson now can make a girl go away. Right here on Earth, 10 gallons worth on top of your prime beef. So place your bids now, don't be shy, 'cause this one's going fast. Here's a little bonus, girls. I'm gonna wave a tax. Just give me what the hat's worth. The cowboy's yours for free. Now come on, ladies, what am I bid? A Stetson's gotta be one of a kind, genuine. Straight from the factory. Just give me what the hat's worth. The cowboy's yours for free.
Ain't big. Yeah. I'm in town for a day or two, and I don't know how you make
You
it.
ain't gonna find
just 'cause
them
it didn't turn
there.
out
Do
right,
you
I'll
know
still
where in town?
Yeah, I know the way.
You might as well just give up
Yeah,
girls and
yeah.
lay your money
Oh,
down.
you didn't seal them, and you didn't put the
Give me
right
what the
stuff on, and
hat's
that's why they went bad, so that's all right.
The cowboy's
Yeah,
yours
that
for
sounds like
free.
Yeah.
Now
all
come
right.
on,
All right, you
ladies,
just
what
write
am
it up, and I'll be
I
over there.
bid? A Stetson's
Thank you.
gotta
Bye-bye.
be one of a kind, genuine. Straight from the factory. Just give me what the hat's worth. The cowboy
Now, was that not a sweet trip to Mayberry? Y'all need to get up there and go visit. And I'm going to say something about that in a minute. But first of all, I've got to invite everybody to Cool Springs Baptist Church on December the 15th. They're going to have an amazing Christmas music special in the morning, and then that very group of people will transfer to Mount Zion Baptist Church that evening, and at 6 o'clock have the same music special. So you can go from Cool Springs and Tate to Mount Zion and Jasper in one day and have 2 amazing concerts. So pick up the phone, call some of your friends, call some of your neighbors and say, hey girls, get your hats on, get your pocketbooks, and let's go. And get out and enjoy some amazing Christmas music. We remember the other day when we told you about the handbells, you gotta get out and listen to the handbells. I said it would be so awesome to have them at the Georgia Mountain Fair, but the bells don't do well outside. They have to be in controlled temperature. And today in here, the bells would not be playing. My hands are like ice. I don't know why it's so cold in here today, but it's like an ice chip. I don't think the bells would do good in here today. Now, every town has them a Barney, and we've got our very own Barney. He carries more than one bullet in his pocket though, and he usually carries more than one gun, usually multiple guns. You know him, you love him, and I know y'all miss him. And I'm just gonna have to get out there and chase him down, I guess. He'll call and say, well, I'm getting caught up, He's still busy, but he does have the Clayton project almost finished, and I cannot wait to share that with y'all. You know the Clayton family, you love them, and you love our own Barney. So we're gonna share a little bit of our own Barney, Mr. Ellijay's music as we leave you today. The Christmas holidays are a very, very special time. It is a very special time to reflect, to remember, and to think of those that are no longer with us, or to spend time with those that maybe their days are near. So get out today and pick up the phone, say, hey, we haven't been to lunch for a while, let's go have lunch. Hey, we haven't done something together in a while, let's do that. Make today count, because we don't know when the next day is going to be the last day. I was just reading an obituary of a 19-year-old young man, and I thought, if they had known that that was the last day, would you make that day any different? So today, make today a really good day, make it a special day, and do something good for somebody else. Here we go to Mr. Ellijay.
It was Christmas time in my hometown in 1989. Kinfolk would be coming down, but none of whom were mine. So I told the captain, I'll just work a double, I believe, so the ones that have their families can be home on Christmas Eve. I'm a policeman in Georgia, and a young one, by the way. Silver bells, shotgun shells, and a four-door Chevrolet. The weatherman says snow tonight, and no one should be out. Slim left word to park the cruiser and patrol in my old Scout. Barely just into the night, as the snow came falling down, dispatch come on with a call to the bridge just north of town. The call came from a payphone. They said they saw a light. As I approached, an old guitar was ringing through the night. There beneath the steel and stone, on a worn-out sleeping bag, an old man sat there all alone, humming one by Hag. The fire lit up his tired old face, his eyes shined in the light. He said, Lieutenant, I guess I'm out of place, but I'll just be here for tonight. Dispatch come back on the air. Is everything 10-4? I told him I'd be there a couple minutes more. I said that old Gibson's sounding fine. He said it's all that's left that I call mine. It's been with me since 1954. I had a loving family, but the Lord, He needed them more than me. New Year's Eve, 1967. It seems like only yesterday, but it was long ago and far away. I'm on the road, and they're all up in heaven. He said, anyway, I can't play like before. My fingers don't work good anymore. If you'll let me stay here just tonight, I'll be gone by morning light. I stood a block of wood up on its end, and he handed me his only friend. I sat down there by the fire, and I played that old man's heart's desire. As he lay back there on his sack, I played the one about the Cadillac, and I watched him as he drifted off to sleep. I put his old guitar to bed, chunked his fire, and in my head a scene played out that I will always keep. Be careful how you treat them all. You never know when you might fall and need someone to show a little love, or even in just what disguise something opens up your eyes, or when you'll have a visit from somewhere up above. 2C's 10-8. Merry Christmas, Ellijay.